One person who often has become that bitter guy screaming at kids to get off of his lawn, John McCain, actually seems to be having a little bit of a moment of clarity here on Obamacare. He's made it very clear on a number of occasions, Lewis, that Republicans are not going to be able to defund Obamacare and that it is the law. And as Real Clear Politics is reporting, Senator John McCain, Republican from Arizona, who lost to President Obama in the presidential election in 2008, is making some sense about this. He said, I want to make sure that my colleagues, and especially those who were not here in 2009, understand that there are many of us who are opposed to Obamacare, as it's called, the Affordable Care Act. And the opposition that we mounted in 2009, it's a matter of record that to start with, the Senate Finance Committee considered the Affordable Care Act over several weeks and approved the bill in October of 2009. Now, that doesn't mean that we give up our efforts to try to replace and repair Obamacare, but it does mean that elections have consequences, and those elections were clear in a significant majority that a majority of the American people supported the President of the United States and renewed his stewardship of this country. I don't like it. It's not something that I wanted the outcome to be, but I think all of us should respect the outcome of elections, which reflects the will of the people. This is such a basic concept, Lewis, which is, okay, we had the election. You did all the dirty tricks during the election. The messing with voter ID and voter suppression and all of that stuff. And in spite of all of that, in spite of the attack ads, President Obama did win. Now he's going to do stuff, right? And presumably the fact that he won means that he's going to do stuff that his constituents would want, that those who voted for him want him to do. You can't do all the dirty tricks to try to win the election and then also now do all the dirty tricks to stop every bit of legislation. You can't do both.
No, you can't. And I love what John McCain is saying here, that perhaps elected officials should try and represent the will of their constituents. There's really no attempt being made by the majority of them to do that. I think they think for some reason that when you get elected, it means that people trust you to do whatever you want to do. And that's not really how it works.
No, it's not. And then the other thing is the fact that John McCain has to clear this up is really a concerning thing, because in many parts of the world, it's kind of understood that you have the election, you win, and then you are allowed to do stuff without every dirty trick in the book being used to try to stifle what you're doing. And this goes back to the day that President Obama was elected, when those Republicans met with Frank Luntz, and I don't remember the back room of what restaurant in Washington, D.C. it was, and they said, we are going to get in the way at any opportunity that presents itself of anything President Obama wants to do, even if it's bad for the country, because we want to get him out. And I say to them, well, then allow Obamacare to happen, because if you really think it's going to be so bad for the country, as soon as it happens, as soon as it's implemented, it's going to be so bad that all Republicans will be laughing their way to every election victory on the horizon. They know it's not going to happen, Lewis, and that's why they're doing this.
That's pretty much the only reason I can think of. It's political posturing, and it's that. And I hope it backfires, but you never know. There's a lot of people out there who are completely ignorant about all of this.
Big news on the bonus show. The bonus show is kind of evolving into being, I almost think, Lewis, we might want to change the name at some point to the members show, because the bonus show has been taking essentially member submissions of stories. Lewis researches stories for the audience and then presents them. Of course, Lewis hosts and produces the bonus show, and then we discuss it. The bonus show, also known, Lewis, as the members show, is one of many membership benefits. Go to davidpakman.com/membership to sign up. It's a great thing. Support alternatives to corporate media. Check out what we're doing. Support this program. davidpakman.com/membership. Up next, the Tea Party. Does anyone even care about it anymore? We'll look at a new poll.